Hi everyone, Sophs here and welcome back to my channel and welcome to the final health blog of July. I keep getting June and July very confused, but it's always happened. So if you're wondering what you're hearing in the background, I will try to put my music a little bit more up for you, but it's currently raining outside and Mum's YouTube or audiobook is going, so I'll do what I can to talk very more loudly. But let's really talk about what has been going on for me for the last 2 weeks. So since my last health vlog that I recorded that happened with my throat, a lot has developed since. So for the week that I decided to take an entire week off, I had mini panic attacks right before I was going to bed. Had anxiety. I felt sick when I lay down. That was fun. And it's also been a struggle to drink, but because of my mints that I have, it's the only thing that has been putting me to sleep, which is a true fact. And I understand that since last year, I have slowly taken more and more mints, and it's only more so I can go to bed and sleep when I travel on buses because of everything with COVID. But not only that, it just helps me from not throwing up, which is one of the main reasons as well. Anyway, so I tried my best to keep eating light, watching ton of dance moms. I have gained. I have watched a lot of Unstoppable Giggles Twitch, which I'll link him down below. He's an amazing streamer. I have a lot of contact with him. He's one of those types of creators that I actually have subscribed with my own money, so I really highly recommend you going to check him out. And also, when he's live, go check his streams. He has an incredible Discord community, and we have a blast in his streams, especially with what happened the other day when he accidentally went live randomly and he was doing some singing. Didn't notice for 5 minutes, and then he realized he was live for 5 minutes. Trust me, it is extremely funny. But I also helped gave him a really good music lesson about picking a song that you can sing, go with your voice and practice, which he did really well. He did Fly Me to the Moon with Frank Sinatra part, not the Evangelion, the anime song, but it was just so incredibly well good. And it was really cool. So I've been mostly gaming. I have listened to some music. I know that all of my main channel blogs, all my main channel videos, bit from last month, now all of this month, I understand they're all late, and because of my throat, which I'll tell you guys a little bit more what also developed there. Because of my throat, I have been unmotivated to do anything. I am going still through the loss of my nan from last month, and I'm just trying to get out of it. But when I try to, towards 6 a.m. I start to get incredibly tired. I become more knackered, and as I'm recording this video, and this is the day after when this video is actually supposed to be posted, I'm going to try and stay up, not only to get all of the videos off of my phone and to put on my computer, start editing them, start sorting them out, but I'm going to try and stay up today. Now, I do have a lot going on with my throat, such as with my choking incident for those 2 days on Thursday and Friday. It has done something to my tonsils. So quite possibly now, I'm now going through tonsillitis. Now, I get this twice a year. As you all know, I got it twice last year, especially when it came to my end of year videos, and I'm glad I'm putting them on the back burner for the next 2 years, and it's just to help me out, sort out more videos. But when I checked it actually yesterday morning, before I rocked off to bed, I think was this side was incredibly enlarged, and I was wondering why I couldn't swallow properly, I couldn't drink properly sometimes, and that is really enlarged. So obviously now I'm going to be developing tonsillitis because I'm very prone to tonsillitis. But I'm going to be, sorry, my arm's about to go dead. I'm going to take some vitamins, which I take 5 of, and then I wait a day, then I take more. I'm going to be drinking some Lancet very, very, very soon. I'm actually going to sort up some toast, have some Lancet, and then just chill, watch either more dance moms or YouTube, and then just trying to do what I can to rest my voice. Now, because I'm actually more glad that this is the last health vlog of this month, that means all of next week, which is the last week of July, I don't have to worry about videos. I don't have to worry about anything next week, and just relax and chill, because I'm going to be taking 1 lamb sip every day to help my throat. I'm going to make an effort to also stay up, which is what I'm going to start doing, because the sleeping and, well, sleep all day and up all night, even though that I'm very good at it, I shouldn't be doing it. But because Adelaide is currently now in a 7-day lockdown, I think this is day 4 that we're now in as well. It just sucks that all of this has to happen within 2 weeks of this all happening, and now we're on lockdown. So basically what's happening in Adelaide, and this is at the time of me recording this, and I will always put when I originally record this video, just so you guys know. Basically the Delta variant of COVID-19 has arrived in Adelaide, which is 10 times as more contagious than the original COVID strain. And I think that this is the Delta from the India one, and it has now come to Adelaide, and it has something to do with removalists who moved all the way to a different state, and it's just thinking, oh god, great. So between that and also a person who, which was one of the removalists or something. I can't remember. I'll go grab the information and track it in the video as I'm editing it, and then you kind of get the gist of it. So I'll go back and grab all the information and I'll just track it in the video. But basically in the north, so in Titchy Gully, that is one of the hotspots, and the majority of the north is a hotspot at the moment. Some of where I live, there's probably some hotspots, but not a lot of them, which is bloody great, even though my anxiety is still through the roof. But this proves how highly contagious this truly is, you know. And as I'm on TikTok, you know, people from Sydney and Melbourne are, you know, bitching and complaining about it, and it's like, shut up. A lot of New South Wales, which is also Sydney, is getting over 100 cases a day, you know, and they want to get out. But it's like, you need to contain it to be able to stop the community clusters. Same thing in Victoria. I know that Victoria's is a little bit more lower, but they're on their 5th lockdown, and I think we can all agree, and all over Australia, we will never know how Victoria feels, because they were in a 7-month lockdown in 2020, and are now into their 5th lockdown. And I think we can all agree that we will never know how they truly feel unless we've been through it. And luckily here in Adelaide, we've only been locked down twice. First one was supposed to be for 6 days, but it got cut down to 3 because of a pizza guy who lied, which by the way, so many South Australians are so incredibly still pissed with. But not only that, we now have the second one we're in right now. Everyone's just carrying on, and I'm just sitting here chilling in bed, knowing that I'm developing tonsillitis, which means that I can't go out at all, and I'm not even vaccinated at the moment, which is ridiculous. And I live with someone who is at severe high risk, who has a respiratory disease. She already has 30% of her current dose she has at the moment. She has to now wait until August to get her next one. And now I'm probably going to have to wait a little bit more longer, because I'm going to be on antibiotics, because that's what I want to do when I go to see my doctor. I'm going to talk to him about the eating stuff, which I will talk about in just a few ticks. The more anxiety I'm getting, how I've been so depressed since my nan died, and just how much of a struggle it is just to eat because of a tonsillitis and the 2 choking incidents that I had 2 weeks ago. You know, so I have to physically stay home now because I'm at such risk of getting COVID. You know, and when the probably 5 hours before we went into lockdown, people went nuts and panic buyed. It's like, guys, shops are still going to be open. It's going to be okay. And don't be dicks. Because the thing that sort of really annoys me, I can only take soluble tablets, soluble, Panadol, because I physically can't swallow. And I cannot find soluble Panadol for almost 3 weeks. It is fucking annoying. And one of the things that I love about doing these vlogs is that I get out all my anger. I may swear a lot, but this is the truth, because it's fucking annoying. You know, I told Mum, you know, if we don't have that, go get aspirin. Even though sometimes it can taste really bad and it can make me feel a bit sick, but if it's gonna help my back, I don't care. If it's gonna help me when I'm on my period and in absolute fucking agony, I'd rather have it, you know? And I need to be able to have my medicine, because this is the amount of pain I go through. Even my back, you know, the majority of last month, right, I was in bed for 3 weeks straight because my back just fucking kills. And because of my lower back, which I'm gonna get checked next month as well, I feel like there's a little bit more progression. It's probably because how I'm laying at the moment. That's probably why. But I just get too scared, or sometimes lazy, to get off my ass and do fucking yoga, which I'm planning on doing today, because I think that would be a really great stretcher, and because I'm also wearing a sports bra, it also will be a very good thing. So now we're going to come to the final part of this video, and I'm going to give you guys my warning, and I'll do it at the start of the video, warning about my eating disorder. Now, I have not been diagnosed with this, and it's something I really am going to be talking to my doctor next month about, because I need to get it more addressed. I need help for it. And because of how we went really out of control last year, it's slowly getting that portion all over again. And I've been dealing with this since I was 14. Because of a choking incident I had when I was little too, it puts me off eating food. So when I choke on something, I get really scared to put it in my mouth. And if I don't, you know, chew it for a very long time, or if I'm just quickly swallowing it, one, it makes me feel ill. Two, I start to have to force feed myself, because it's like I need to eat. I'm really weak and I have to do it. And it becomes to a point where I can only eat maybe 1 or 2 things a day. And I think with my choking incident for last week, it kind of spun more out of control for me. And even when seeing my tonsils aren't completely now up now, so like back on my throat, so you have your little dangly thing swinging the back of your throat. I'm sorry, that's all the way I can really truly reference it. But that is like close to, so here's my dangling thing here. So I'm going to show out on my mouth here. So this is where my dangling thing is. And here is my tonsils. Now, tonsils will look more larger, but it's like that close. And it's very uncomfortable. And when I discovered this yesterday, when I was up, my thought first was like, great, I'm getting tonsillitis again, fucking perfect. But obviously I'd done something when I was choking those 2 times and having to take it out. So obviously then I strained it, and especially when I woke up the next day, and this was on the Friday 2 weeks ago, when I woke up, I thought that I was going to gag, which is true, and I thought that I was going to actually puke, but nothing was there, and I must have strained my throat when I woke up, and that's what started all of my, you know, all of my bad swallowing and everything. Gotta keep hydrated. But you can see how that has actually really affected my health. And for a whole week straight when that happened, I took a break. I did generally kind of was on social media, but I wasn't. But when I posted, you know, what I've been going through over that week, when I posted it on my social media, I had 3 little twits who commented about promoting things, facts about health, And I'm looking at thinking to myself, are you all fucking dumb? Like, I will go grab them and put them into the video where you can obviously see on the screen now what each of those comments were, and you can see how extremely pissed off I was before I went to bed, and just how incredibly insensitive that was. You know, people die because of eating disorders, you know. There's such shame around, you know, talking about eating disorders, because people think that you're doing for attention, you know. People think that, you know, you're just basically lazy. But when you have a legit actual condition, even though none of it has been diagnosed, I go through it. You know, I felt really bad when, you know, Demi was going through a lot with the Froyo thingy-majiggy, you know, when she was going through that this year, which is, how can I say this? When someone's trying to completely become more in control and trying to love themselves with food, there is always going to be triggers. And because Demi has only been in actual real control of her recovery for the last 2 to 3 years, you know, you gotta give Demi a break. You know, for 6 years, Demi was controlled very, very heavily. And because people controlled everything she did, including nutrition, all the other things she was doing, you know, that's one of the biggest reasons why she completely relapsed. You know, if you have watched the Simply Complicated documentary, even if it's the director's cut or the free one on YouTube, you see within that documentary that she's struggling. And when she relapsed on her eating disorder, which she does tell you guys, she relapsed in her eating disorder, as she is explaining it to her former management, you know, she's trying to come to more peace within herself, you know. When I watched Losing Control and also 5 Minutes from Death from Demi's latest you know, documentary series, you know, you can just see how she's just so fucking struggling. And because she's, you know, I'm sorry that I keep referring Demi as she. I know Demi is now they, but it's just a bit confusing sometimes, but that's okay. So I'm trying to correct myself. Within those 2 docos parts, you do see that Demi is trying to accept herself. Sorry, that's why I'm saying Demi more. How Demi is trying to be comfortable enough and within herself to be comfortable with food. And it's 13 years at the time, so it's only been 16 years that Demi has had issues with food. And this is all going back when she was a child, so much more. And people are ripping on Demi because she's trying, is trying to come to terms with so much more. Now, I've not heard all of the 2018, actually 2017 album of Tell Me You Love Me, or even Demi's newest album, Dancing with the Devil the Artist Starting Over. I have not listened to those 2 albums yet, but hearing about Sober California, as I'm hearing that she's not actually sober, and unfortunately we cannot control what Demi does with her sobriety. That is for her to control. Just like Demi said to all of us that we're in control of our lives, that you got this, you can do this, which is the main reason why I've been sober for 10 years. You know, there's one slip up I did, drank out of absolute pissed off, at my aunt, which I will never do again. But it's a learning factor. We gotta learn about our own recovery, sobriety, and I think that Demi is learning more and more and more about her treatment. You know, Demi has to learn this for, you know, Demi's self. You know, and Demi is the only person who can decide what is best for them and what is best for their treatment. So to anyone who wants to go off and badmouth Demi Lovato, fuck off. Demi is still learning how to control Demi's own treatment. And that's what Demi has to do. No one can drive Demi to where people want Demi to be. You can't control that. Only Demi can control themselves. You can't. I'm probably gonna cut part of this at some point, chuck this on my Instagram, because it is the fucking truth. You cannot control someone's recovery or sobriety. Only they can do it, which is the truth. And I've always wanted to speak about this, but I get so fucked off when people just do not understand what mental health disorders does for a person. You know, I got 3 on my belt, and going through an eating disorder is 10 times as more complex than a mental health disorder. And if you're not working on both of them, even you work on something for 10 years and you decide, you know what, I'm ready to go into learning more about my eating disorder, which is exactly what I'm doing, you just can't judge. You know, there's a lot of people I find so hypocritical in so much of social media. It's why I try not to attend to it, because I know that is a load of crap. And again, only I can control that. I know my hair looks incredibly crazy. I know. But only you can control you. Only you can control your own pathway, your own recovery, and it's all up to you. You know, with my brother's ex, you know, and with all the stuff that we've been through with her, you know, I've seen, and even though I haven't seen her for a year, which I'm pretty glad that I haven't, you know, I changed because I didn't want to act like she did, which is the truth. And I've actively have been changing, and in the last 3 years of my brother's relationship with her, I try to help her out. I try to get her on a nutrition plan. I try to help her out with, you know, mental health and personal development things, but she's not willing to do the work. Hey, there's a lot of friends that I had to get rid of because they're so toxic. And unfortunately, if you're not willing to do the work, you're never going to get better. But anyways, this is really going to be a long video for you guys, but that's alright. So, to conclude this video, I'm going to go to the doctors next month, so hopefully, fingers crossed, that we're not in another week of lockdown. Fingers crossed. But I predict that it's going to happen. I will go to the doctors next month with my mum. I will go get everything checked. I'll get my back checked. I will see if I can go on antibiotics, because it will help me not only with my throat, help with some pimples that I keep getting on my boob, which is very annoying, and so we can all clear that to make sure everything nice and healthy. I'll make sure that I boost all my immunity, keep eating, you know, light, not so much heavy food, keep resting. I have a week where I can just do nothing. I can rest my voice, which is incredibly better, and I might record between either the Friday or to the Sunday that I'll go and record the reflecting, which I will be doing, getting next month sorted, because hopefully once I know what the fuck's happening with my tonsils and everything else, hopefully I can actually finish the Demi Lovato series, because I was hoping to finish this shit this month. I don't think it's gonna happen. But anyway, thank you all so much for joining me for this video. I know this is a extremely long video, but I just wanted to tell you what's really been happening with me. You know, I love doing these videos because it actually makes me feel so much more better. That's why I started this series in I think it's between 2014 or 2015 when I originally started the series. But I'm so grateful that I'd be able to sit here, talk to you guys about it. Yes, even though you hear rain currently because we're in winter, and you hear my mum's sort of thing in the background, you probably will hear it. But I'll just chuck some music into the video. But I'm grateful that I can sit here, do this video, get anything that I wanted to get off my chest, and it just feels great. So anyway, it's time to end the video because it's over 30 minutes now. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me for this video. Remember, all my social links are of course always down below. I'm very active on Instagram, sometimes on Twitter, on my Facebook, which you'll get to see all of the beautiful singing cover pics for June and July, because I'm very incredibly late on that from last month. Sorry. And also, I was gonna say something, you know, my mind's just, yeah, my mind's just going. Anyway, remember, all of the music that I used in this video, of course, will always be credited right up to the end of this part of the video. It is very important that we credit everyone at the end of the video. Very important, especially to all those little idiots out there who takes other people's music and think it is okay. It is not. Anywho's, then you'll go to my end card, which you will see a recent upload and my health blog playlist. And also, if you want to be subscribed to the Demi Lovato Dancing with the Devil series, which I hopefully can get it done within the next month, fingers crossed, depending on how my throat is. But if I'm going away for another week, hopefully I can get that done within the next month. If not, it'll be towards either the end of this year or it'll be the start of next year, when hopefully, fingers crossed, I can get that sorted for you guys. So hopefully that will be done. So hit that subscribe button, that notification bell, follow me on all my social medias. And this video is way down very incredibly too long, but I love you all. Thank you so much for letting me get out everything that's been on my chest for the last 2 weeks. And I'll see you all for the reflecting of this month and the month talk, which hopefully I can do some stuff next month. Maybe even record some Dance Mom reviews. It's been a while since I've done one of those. But anyway, I'm off. Have a great day.